morning. Hello and welcome you all. Let's welcome you all for this particular session that we have planned as a demo. Okay, this particular demo is Oracle Fusion Technical and OIC as a tool. We are going to cover this particular demo. We are going to have two particular demos for this particular training program. In today's demo, we will be discussing about who can attend this particular program, what are the benefits you can draw from this particular program, who we are, who's conducting this particular course, okay, what you will be going to learn as part of this particular course curriculum, what are the training methodologies, how you will be getting beneficial from this particular course, and as part of this particular course curriculum, what you are going to avail from us. All those things we will be discussing in today's demo. Today's demo, guys, is not something that, okay, we will be teaching something and you will get an idea, okay? But all the things that is beneficial for you to understand to enroll into this particular course, that all will be discussed in detail, okay? I have kept everyone into a mute. In case you have any questions, doubts, queries, okay, please feel free to raise your hand and I will give you time to ask your queries, okay? Guys, in during the session, in case you have any questions, please keep a note of your questions. In the last also, I will be giving you time to discuss your queries and address all your queries. Okay. So let's begin, guys. As we said that, okay, this particular course is very much beneficial for the professionals who want to get into an IT sort of work profile or already into IT business and they want to excel and grow into their career. So all the things, all the benefits that we are going to draw one by one, we will be looking into this particular course curriculum. Okay. So guys, as we discussed, today's demo is mostly talking about what we are going to cover in this particular course. That is the main agenda for this particular training. So as guys, this particular training program is called Oracle Fusion. Okay, before we go into the fusion, that what is fusion, how is fusion, where is fusion, why is fusion, we will be first checking into something which is very important before we actually start our training. Before we start, we will be discussing into these particular aspects. Okay, so out of these aspects, guys, this is very important for you that this training program is designed for you. Who is you? Guys, you all the participants belongs into these of the categories. Either you are a college student, you may be a fresher looking for some sort of internship, you are having some sort of gaps into your career, you may be an IT to non-IT or non-IT to IT aspirants, you may be already a working professional and you would like to switch the domain. You may be a .NET developer, Java developer, or any some sort of other IT professional who would like to switch the domain. Or mostly you may be already into some sort of ERP tools. You may be a PeopleSoft developer, EBS developer, or either you may be already into the functional side of the Fusion, or you may be a technical but in some other domain, or you want to join this particular course to polish your skills, to have a systematic understanding of the different aspects of the tool. So guys, you may be belonging into any of these particular categories, and if you are from these particular categories, this particular training program is beneficially designed for you guys to understand the core functionalities and core technologies of Fusion as a software. Okay. Adding to that, guys, if you are from these particular categories, you may feel to join this particular course, but belonging to these categories is not sufficient for to join any course, right? You need to know some another aspects. Those aspects are, guys, why you want to join this particular course. So guys, if you have any sort of aspirations that, okay, you want a secure job, okay, in case you are looking for a very secure job, you want to work with very biggest of the organization, okay, you would be looking for a best pay packages, you are looking for the on-site opportunities, you are looking for some sort of career opportunity which is recession free, which will not get impacted by the recession, okay. And in case you are looking for a job profile where your career will be like growing at a faster pace, you will be working as a consultant, not as a developer, then this course, this particular training program is designed for you, and this is going to give you these sort of benefits. Okay. Secure job means, guys, you once get into a project, the project will be a longer durability projects. Okay, the organizations that you have been working on, these are not small scale industry, these are the big scale companies. So your job, your profile, your conduct, okay, your benefits to the employer to employee relationship, everything is at the par of the scale. Okay, guys, the tool that we are going to learn is a global tool. It will be used across all seven continents. Okay, and you know that IT is the India is the IT hub. So the consultant, the kind of expertise that is these companies may be looking for, that relies into only in India mostly. So you once join this particular thing and polished, and you get an opportunity within your companies to travel on site. If you have any such sort of aspiration, then this particular course is designed for you to avail the benefits. Okay. Next, guys, you understood that okay, this course is designed for you, this course is beneficial also for you, but it is also important to know that okay, from whom you are going to conduct this particular course. So, talking about guys, who we are, okay. So, guys, we are almost 10 years old organization specialized into Oracle and related trainings. We are only specialized into Oracle training. We don't conduct any other training other than Oracle and related technologies training. Okay. Guys, we have almost 100 plus K subscriber into our YouTube channel. We have trained almost more than 20,000 professionals. We are specialized into Oracle trainings. We support for your career switch, career partnership, as well as we will be supporting you with the certification programs. Guys, we are not just a training institute, we are a reliable career partner. Once you get associated with us, we will take care, we will guide you, we will suggest you, we will be in constant touch with you to shape your career. Okay, guys, we have a largest pool of trained consultants since we have trained almost 20,000 plus IT professional, non-IT professional in the domain space of Oracle, Oracle Financial, Oracle HCM, Oracle Technical, Oracle OIC, VBCS, okay, Oracle EBS, lot of technology that we have been training upon, but we are specialized only into the Oracle and related technologies. So guys, all these 20,000 plus technical, non-technical, functional consultants has been deployed into different sort of organization, and we have been in constant touch. We have a corporate training partner with multiple IT companies. We are a real-time trainings. Okay, our trainings are not some sort of a dummy training or something. Every bit of word that we are talking about in this particular training, that has a deep impact into the real time world, real time projects that we are going to do. Okay, and we have a best in class professional trainers. We are not having a trainers who are just coming and teaching. These are all our trainers are like a architect level of people who are already having a 15 to 20 years experience into their domain. Okay, so guys, these are the things which will uniquely make us as a unique training institute that will provide you the ample sort of benefits, because these 20K sort of professionals who has already been deployed into multiple MNCs, we will be getting a constant inside news about which openings are there, which technologies are in boom. So accordingly, we will keep modifying our course content and keeping things that is more beneficial to our participants. In addition to that, guys, to understand what is this particular training, okay, what you are going to get this particular training. So, guys, this particular training is a online training. Okay, you can get this particular training online. Okay, we are going to conduct this particular training daily, Monday to Saturday. The course fee for this particular training is 25,000. This training program will be almost 45 to 50 hours of training program. Okay, the timing for this particular training is daily morning 7 o'clock. Guys, generally we will keep a training daily basis 1 o'clock, but sometime it may extend for 15-20 minutes considering what kind of topic that we are covering, and in case we find that okay, topic needs to be covered onto that particular day in one video, then it will be good and we will be extending for those things. Okay. Talking about guys trainer, I am having 18 years of experience. I am working as a solution architect for Oracle Fusion, and I have been ex-employee of TCS, Oracle, and GE. This is a short summary about me. Guys, I have conducted almost 50, 60 batches. Okay, I have trained almost 2000 plus sort of consultant into Oracle technical space. I have been training for last 20 years into different sort of domains. Like I have initially started with training on SQL, PL/SQL databases, Java, .NET, okay, web services, and then for last almost 12 plus years, I have been working as a corporate trainer for Oracle and related technologies. Yes, apart from that, it is also very important that, okay, if as a participant, if you enroll into this particular training program, what you will be getting. So guys, these are the offerings. Once you get enroll with us, you will be getting lifetime access for certain things. You will be getting a lifetime access for recorded videos. Okay. Every session that we are going to conduct, we are going to record that and you will be provided with those particular recorded video sessions. There's any sort of lecture notes that we are going to prepare during the course of training or which has been already prepared that will be provided. Interview questions will be provided, documents, whatever the current documents, current technologies that we are going to have, all the enrolled participants will be getting the access for those particular folders and documents. In case any new document that we are going to prepare and publish, all that will be shared into that same Google Drive and you will be always having updated and getting the access for those particular documents also. Okay. Guys, this recorded videos, lecture notes, interview questions, document, all will be lifetime access. Second thing is guys, periodic access. Certain things which will be periodic, that the instance where you are supposed to log in and practice what you are going to learn. For that, we are going to provide 5 months of a stable instance access that it will not be get refreshed. Everything that you are going to define in this particular instance will remain with you for next 5 months. We will be providing you the 5 months access for the unstable instance, which is going to be weekly refreshed. This is the Oracle managed instance, which is going to be refreshed on a weekly basis, but you will be getting up to dated because this particular instance is always containing the latest features. Okay. In addition to that, guys, we are going to offer you 2 months OIC access, complete OIC fusion access, which is going to be with you with no restrictions. You will be having a complete access. Every bit of functionality which has been offered by OIC that will be provided to you guys. Okay. OIC has multiple sort of offerings. It has a generation 2 and generation 3, both will be provided. OIC has different services that we are going to discuss. One is ICS, VBCS, PCS. So you will be having an access to generate and do and work onto all these three services. In addition to that, guys, we are going to provide you FTP access. And in addition to that, we are going to provide you the ATP server access. What all these particular servers that we will be discussing while we are conducting the training and the further demos. Okay. So guys, in addition to that, as we discussed that, okay, there is an early bird offer is going on. In case you will be enrolling today after the session, if you reach out to the admin and get enrolled, then on account of Christmas, there is an early bird offer going on. The course fees is actually 25,000, but in case you will get enrolled, you will be getting a benefit of 2,000. In addition to that, instead of getting an access for 5 months, you will be getting a 7th month access, which is also worth around 8,000 of rupees. So to avail this 10,000 rupees benefit, I request everyone to enroll today to avail these benefits. A cash discount of 2,000 rupees as well as almost 2 months of extra server access. Guys, as part of enrollment into this particular training program, we are not only just conducting the training to train you into this particular subject, but you will be getting these sort of services. You will be getting job assistance, you will be getting sample resume that you will be referring and preparing your resume. We will be conducting a career counseling, mock interviews are getting conducted based on the topic that you have prepared and preparing your CVs and share across with our team, and they will schedule the calls and you can take up the mock interviews. We will be referring you you and providing you the connections and right sort of references if you want from across different companies where our trained professional has been placed. We will be arranging some sort of freelancing opportunities also if you are looking for internship, on job support, and communication. Guys, you will be getting once you get enrolled into the course, a WhatsApp group has been created where you will be getting all the latest updates, and this particular WhatsApp group is lifetime group will be created. We are not going to dissolve this particular group after the course completion. There will be an admin for your training batch, and you will be getting in connect with the admin any sort of queries, doubts related to your access. Everything will be sorted by a one-on-one connect with the admin. Now, guys, before you start particularly into this particular subject area, it is very important what is ERP application, because this Fusion application, SAP application, Workday application, EBS, all these are the ERP application. Okay, so to understand the ERP application, we enterprise application is made up of three words: enterprise, resource, and planning. Enterprise, guys, you can consider that okay, it's an organization. Any organization which is a large scale organization is like an enterprise. Like say Tata Group or let's say Reliance, Adani. These are the enterprises. Okay. And to run and manage the operation, to run the companies, you must need some sort of planning. Definitely you need some sort of planning. So out of this enterprise resource planning, two keywords are clear. One is organization, and to run that organization, to manage that organization, we need to do some sort of planning. To plan what, guys? We have to manage and plan the resources. Okay, so what kind of resources any organization we have? We have 3M. What are these 3M? One is manpower. Any organization, let's suppose we take an example of Reliance Industries. So Reliance Industries must be having employees. So companies must need to manage their employees, right? They need to hire the employee, they need to train the employee, they need to give the leaves to the employee, they need to run the payroll for the employees, they need to evaluate the performance of the employee. Working upon anything related to the employee of the organization is called to manage the manpower, which comes into a domain of Fusion application called HCM. HCM stands for Human Capital Management. Okay, what we are going to do in this human capital management may contain different sort of module. Recruitment module to recruit the employee. Core HR. Core HR is the module that will help you to manage the employee. Like suppose you want to promote the employee, you want to terminate the employee, you want to transfer the employee, you want to change their location, their grade, their position, you want to add a phone number to the employee, you want to add a new bank account to the employee. So all the transactions that are going to do into the employee that is being handled here. Then employee may be applying some sort of leave. For every employee that are working into your company, you need to run and manage the payroll for the employee. You need to evaluate the performance of the employee, and accordingly you need to revise their compensation. Yearly compensation will be revised. All these things will be handled into HCA module. Then the next resource that the companies should need to manage is money. Guys, in case money is there, to these employees you need to pay the money, so you need to have the money into some bank account. In case you are paying something that is going out of your account, if you are receiving some money that is coming into your account, credit and debit, all those entries should need to be balanced out. So to manage the financials of your company, there is one module that is called Oracle Fusion Financials. Okay, third aspect of this particular enterprise tool is to manage the material. Guys, any company may be working to produce some value, and that value could be anything, maybe some consulting work, some maybe paperwork, some maybe some sort of products. That project may be digital product or a physical product. So to manage those particular products, there is something called products are called material. You need some sort of inventory, you need to buy some sort of raw material, you need to finish those particular raw material into the finished goods. Then you need to sell those products. To sell those products, you need to have some sort of orders to be received. Against those particular orders, you will be tagging those particular products. Okay, so guys, this is a life cycle of any of the ERP application, that every organization will be producing some products. Then once the products will be produced, they need to buy the raw material. So once they buy the raw material, they will pay something. So all these things will be recorded into the financials. Once they get the raw material, they need a labor to work upon. So if there is a labor, you need to manage the labor. In case you're done with the raw material to create a finished product, you need to sell. If as an organization you are selling, you may be getting some money received into your bank account. So you need to receive the money, that is account receivables. So all these are the things that any ERP application will be managing into any of the organizations. Adding to that, guys, there has been multiple organizations or multiple tools available into the market which are working and which can be classified as a enterprise resource planning tool. Okay, like Oracle is one of the company, SAP, Workday, Salesforce. There has been different companies who have their own products. These products are ERP product. Each of the company has some sort of merits, demerits. Some may be costly, some may be cheaper, some may be good with handling financials, some may be good with handling supply chain related software, some may be handling good with HCM related things, some are having good UI, some may be very fast, some may be cheap, some may be very easy interface. So accordingly, some may be good for use into Indian markets, some may be good for global markets, some may be good for Australian markets, some may be good for APAC region, Sub-Sahara region, like this. So accordingly, once the companies who are supposed to opt for the ERP tools, how they will opt for, they will release the tender. Different companies will receive the tender. They will reach out to that particular company that, okay, we have good software available. We would like to meet you and demonstrate our tool. So they will release the RFP. The companies will release the request for against that particular request form. All the details what the companies are looking for, they will mention all the details. The companies who can offer those particular service, they will say that, okay, we have received your request form. Based on that, we can tag our software. Like suppose the company says we have 100 of these particular requirements. Okay, Oracle company has a tool called Fusion. Fusion will evaluate that particular requirements, and Fusion will say that, okay, I have all these requirements to be fulfilled. Almost 80% requirement are fulfilled automatically with my software. 10% can be done by small configuration changes. 5% can be done with some customization, and 5% I cannot achieve. Okay, out of 100 things that you are asking, 95% I am going to achieve. SAP will say that, okay, I am only going to cover only 70%, rest 30% I am not able to cover. Workday will say that, okay, all 100% requirement which you are saying, I can do directly. It is readily available into my software. No customization, no personalization, no additional development is required. So out of these three scenarios, guys, the company, suppose Indigo Airlines need to choose an ERP software for themselves. So how they will choose? They will choose based on out of these multiple factors, they will decide what is supposed to happen and what is not supposed to happen. If they want to have 100% of the capability, they may go with the Workday. If they want cost saving, cost effective, they want a global software, they will go with Oracle. If they want that, okay, they want more safety, more security, suppose that may be the criteria with SAP, they will opt with that. There is no good and bad, right or wrong. It's the company individual choices. Based on that, they will choose one of the software from ERP domain. So guys, suppose Oracle is one company. If we see, Oracle itself is having multiple softwares. Oracle itself is having multiple ERP softwares like Oracle EBS, PeopleSoft, JD Edward, Siebel. These are the different sort of softwares. And out of these particular software, guys, the software that we are going to learn and work upon, that is the Oracle Fusion. Okay, how this fusion will come into market, guys? Like Oracle being a pioneer into the ERP application. Oracle is almost 4-decade-old company. They have been globally spread across the world, across different customers with different sort of domain expertise. So last 40 years, Oracle is supporting across the world different large scale sort of companies across different domains. Oracle have studied their requirement. Oracle have studied what are the challenges with their current softwares. Oracle has studied all their current application and took best of the best features from all the softwares and come up with one software that will include some of the best features of the people. So JD Edwards, CBS, EBS. So once you learn Fusion, if you are working into any of the other Oracle product, you may find that okay, the concept, the terminology, the screen, okay, the policies, something will be related to JD Edwards, something will be related to people, so something will be related to EBS. That is the reason that okay, EBS, JD Edward, people, so these are the building blocks. The best of the best features of these particular softwares will be studied by Oracle and concluded into one software with the single technical stack, with the single uniform platform, and that's how the fusion will come into existence. In addition to the tools and the offerings offered by Oracle product, Oracle has stated their competitors also. Some of the features which are there with their competitors, Oracle has stated, check their feasibility, and if they are beneficial, Oracle has added and included into these softwares also. Okay. Fine, guys. Guys, if you are anybody is from the Oracle domain working onto especially into Oracle EBS, okay, I request you to please do not bring your EBS experience into this particular training program. It is like something, if you are an EBS consultant, you are a driver. But if you want to learn a fusion, you want to here to become a pilot. So there is no similarity between EBS and Fusion, whatever the similarity, whatever the concept, whatever the knowledge that you require, that I will be highlighting. But while learning the course curriculum, learning the topic, do not compare the things with EBS. That will unnecessarily confuse you and that will not be going to benefit to you. Okay. Yes, Mani, tell me. Do you have any questions?
Yeah, hello everyone. Myself Manikanta. I have few questions. Like when I was checking the what would be the background of the Oracle HCM technical, so I got to know that there are few things which you need to know on prior, like SQL. So what
Mani,
do you?
Money, we have
Mhm,
not done those sort of prerequisites and all. I'll take your these
mhm.
queries in the last, okay?
Okay.
In addition to that, guys, after being a trained professional, once you take this particular training and you become a professional, then there may be something that you should need to aware that okay, we said that okay, you will become a fusion technical consultant, okay? Then what kind of other consultants are there? So guys, there is a different sort of consultant into the organization. Just a second. So guys, any RP sort of profile, they may be a functional consultant. Functional consultant are somebody who's 100% functional. They doesn't know technical work. They are doing the functional work. What is functional work? We will be discussing. There may be a set of consultant who will be a technical consultant. They are not working into the technical functionalities. They are only working into the technical work. There may be a mix of both. Techno functional means 30% technical, rest functional, 70% technical, rest functional, or 50-50. There's the people who are highly in demand, that is techno functional, because they can act as a bridge between functional people and technical people. They understand both the word. Like considering like if there is a team is going to be constructed, Indian cricket team, what is the people who are more in demand? Okay, somebody who's an all-rounder who can bowl and who can bat, they are into high in demand. They will get a high chance to get into the Indian cricket team, something like that. Okay, then guys, there is a business user. Once this software has been purchased by suppose Indigo Airlines, and Indigo Airlines want to manage their resources, manage their company. Okay, so who will be managing? Who will be hiring? There may be some HR department. In HR department, there is a HR employee. These are called business user who will be using this particular software and making use of this particular software to do different sort of transactions. Okay, and guys, there is an architect. These architect could be a solution architect who could be a functional consultant, technical consultant, techno-functional consultant. And over a period of experience, since they have done multiple projects, they know in and out about the software. They will become architect. Their job is to design the things, to do the solutioning for the customer. Okay. So guys, as part of this particular training program, by end of this particular training program, although we will say Oracle Fusion Technical plus OIC, but somehow you will be landing into a bucket of techno functional. It is not going to make you 70-30, but you can say 90-10, or you will say 80-20 techno functional experience you will be getting with the hands-on practical training. Okay. There's one thing I would like to tell, that this particular training program is a complete 100% hands-on practical training. Apart from the practical demonstrations and the development that we are going to do, every session, every 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 1 hour, 2 hour, 2 sessions, 10 sessions that we are going to take in this particular training, that is over and above what we are going to cover in this training. Every single topic that we are going to learn, that is practically demonstrated. This is 100% practical demonstration training. It is not a theoretical training that we will be conducting an only theory, or it is not a conceptual training. It is not a PPT based training. It's a 100% development sort of training. Okay. Then guys, if you are being a consultant, any of these sort of consultant, you join some sort of company and you will be working, then what kind of projects those companies may be working upon? That is also important to you to understand. Just a second, guys. Machine has got hanged. Just okay. So here guys, what has happened, once you join the organization may be having a different kind of projects. As a consultant, you may be a part of any sort of projects. What are these sort of projects, guys? Implementation project. Implementation project is something like from scratch. Companies have just purchased the Oracle Fusion and they want to use this particular software to be transformed, to be configured as per their company requirement. That is called implementation project. Okay, it's like guys constructing your house. You have just purchased a piece of land and you want to build the house from the scratch. That is called implementation project. Enhancement project. Enhancement project is you already have your house, that is a single story house, and you want to enhance that house. You want to add one more story onto that. Okay, or you want to enhance the look and feel of the house. You want to add a marble flooring into your house. That is you're enhancing the house. Okay, upgrade projects. Upgrade is guys, suppose you want to upgrade the software. Okay, what has happened? Oracle is the software provided by the Oracle Fusion, is a cloud-based software provided by Oracle. Every quarter Oracle is coming up with new features free of the cost. Once you take the Oracle Fusion license, you purchase that license. Every quarter, Oracle is pushing some new capabilities. If some new capabilities are getting pushed, that is called upgrade. Everything will be done by the Oracle only, but maybe certain features has been depreciated, certain new features has been added. Oracle will educate you, they will guide you, they will train you, they will give you the right sort of information about those sort of things. And as a consultant into the client side, you will be required to evaluate those particular things and suggest those particular trainings, technologies to avail for the client benefit. If something has come up by Oracle, which could be a beneficial thing for the companies, you will opt those particular thing and execute those particular technical changes. That is called upgrade projects. Then guys, support project is something that, okay, ongoing software has been configured, HR department is supposed to have the access for the software, and they are supposed to have the capability that they can hire the employee, they can terminate the employee, they can promote the employee. Okay, but due to certain reasons, some HR is trying to access the software and try to transfer the employee, and they are not able to transfer the employee because of XYZ reason. They are facing some issue. So to whom they will report? They will report back to the support team. There may be some bug into the system, or there may be some challenges by that particular user. He may be having a less understanding about the process. He may not be following the next correct screen, correct navigation, correct process. So that is a role of a fusion technical consultant or a techno functional consultant. In case any issue has been reported, we will be supporting those particular issues. That is called support project. Data migration projects, guys. There are certain data migration projects. Let's understand from this way. Suppose you are residing into one house, you have created a new house also. You did your housewarming party also. Now you need to shift from one house to another house. It may be possible that, okay, whatever the articles, whatever the furniture that you are having into the old house, you need to shift those furniture from your old house to new house. That is very much possible, right? So that is called migration. Same way, guys, suppose TCS is the company. TCS is using Fusion to manage their resources, to manage their manpower. And TCS has acquired one company. Suppose TCS has acquired HCL. So HCL might be also using some sort of ERP software to manage their resources. But it has been agreed. TCS says that, okay, now I am going to be a parent company. I already have purchased one of the best Word software called Fusion to manage my resources. Since I now own HCL, all 20,000 employees of HCL should need to be migrated into the Fusion. Whatever the software which HCL is using, I am not going to purchase that software and pay for the licensing fees because I am already using Fusion. So for that particular reason, we need to migrate the data from HCL software to the Oracle Fusion software for the TCS company. So such kind of projects we need to work upon. Okay. Next, guys, what we are going to do, there is a kind of project that are the rollout project. Like suppose, guys, it is something you have two plots. You have created one house, you are satisfied, everything is good, you understood the things, you understand the facility, you understand the benefit, and you got to know that, okay, once we constructed this house, we can rent out all the three floors and we can stay into one floor, and it is quite beneficial for you. So to avail the benefit, if it is adding value to you, if you are earning, if you are making profit, what you will do, if you have one more empty plot that you have purchased long back, later or sooner you will decide that, okay, let's construct the home into that plot also and rent it out. Same way, guys, the companies may be a global companies operating into multiple locations, maybe in US, Canada, France, Germany. First of all, they have purchased this software and implement this software only for, suppose, India location. Once India location has been implemented, it is successfully done, and they can seek some sort of benefits by this implementation. Then companies may decide that, okay, now let's roll out these functionalities for US, let's roll out this functionality for UAE, let's roll out this functionality for Singapore region also. That is called rollout sort of projects. Okay, so guys, once you become a technical techno functional consultant, you will be joining any of the companies, and in those companies any of these sort of projects will be work going on round the clock, and you will be contributing in these sort of projects. Okay, and guys, if you learn this particular training program and you became the consultant, then what will be your job profile? Guys, in any of the company that you will be joining, and then you will become some kind of consultant, like suppose you became a technical consultant, then as a technical consultant, that is your skill, but your job profile may be you may be a subject matter expert. People will seek a inputs from you. You may be a data extraction engineer. As a technical consultant, you will be supporting into data extraction. You may be supporting in a data loading activity. You may be working as an architect providing a solutioning to the business problem. Configuration specialist, integration specialist. You may be responsible to manage the master data. Okay, you may be a technical consultant, but you may be working as a project manager, delivery manager, program manager. You may be a sponsor, business analyst, tester, or a end user. These are the different sort of work profile as a consultant that you may be working upon. Okay, hope this is clear. Now, guys, 2 minutes. Let's take your questions related to what we have covered. In case you have any questions out, please let me know. Fine, guys. So in case you don't have any questions, then let's proceed. So guys, further what we are going to do, this particular course has been designed that this is a technical training where we will be focusing on to Oracle Fusion Technical. In addition to that, we will be covering Oracle Integration Cloud. These are the two main subject areas that we are going to cover. In addition to that, guys, since we are claiming that okay, after this particular training program, you as a consultant can claim that okay, you are having roughly 2 to 3 years of real time experience. That sort of level of training that we are going to cover, that after attending this training, after practicing the assignment, after going through the interview questions, after preparing the resumes, after taking the mock interviews, you can roughly claim yourself as a 2 to 3 years of consultant having the fusion technical experience. In addition to that, those consultant who's joining this particular training already working into fusion as a technical, as a functional, as an HR, as a end user, you should already having some sort of background and your skills will be more polished. Even if you are a technical consultant, you will be getting a step-by-step structural understanding about these particular course curriculum and the subject areas, and you will be more skilled into those particular areas which you are already working upon. Okay, in addition to that, guys, there are certain subject areas that comes into a boundaries of functional people, but it is good that okay, technical people should also be aware about. Okay, so talking about, guys, this particular course curriculum from tomorrow onwards, what we are going to cover, we will be starting with the functional aspects. We will be discussing about what is the access, how we are going to access this software, what are the different navigation, what do you understand by pod, how to access, what sort of server, once we purchase the Oracle Fusion, what kind of server we are going to get, how to access these servers, what are the different sort of users. So guys, once you are going to purchase this particular software, the user is somebody who will be using this particular software. So those users can be classified as employee self-service, manager self-service, admin self-service, and human resource self-service. Employee self-service means, guys, every individual employee of the organization can log in into the software and they can do some activities like they can add their phone number, they can update their bank account details, they can check their leave balance, they can apply for the leave, they can check their what was that, they can download their pay slip. All these work which an individual can do, that is called employee self-service. Employee is doing some work for themselves. Then there is a manager self-service. Manager self-service is something that the work which the manager can do on their direct report is like, I am the manager for this particular batch, I have 36 participants, I can do something on your behalf, I can do the assignments and submit, I can apply the leaves of my DR. Okay, all that work is manager self-service. There may be certain aspects of the work which HR, admin, and manager can do. Every employee is having an HR into the organization, and HR can do that work. HR has the capability to terminate the employee. Manager is not going to terminate. Manager may be having the capability to transfer the employee or to promote the employee, but HR may be responsible to terminate the employee. Same way, guys, there is an admin self-service. Because we are a technical consultant or we are the consultant from the IT side, IT people will be having an administrative privileges. So as an administrative privileges, the work which manager cannot do, the work which functional people cannot do, the work which the employees themselves cannot do, we as an admin will do, like configuring the thing. Like suppose the company says that okay, in my company already there are two kind of leaves are there, annual leave and sick leave. I want to add one more type of leave that is called maternity leave. I want one more type of leave that is paternity leave. So all these leaves who will be adding, admin will configure those things. Okay, that is a different kind of user that we are going to have. Okay, and guys, these users will be doing some sort of work into the software. Everything which is going to happen from the front end, from the software, that is called business transactions. What these business transactions, guys? Suppose in the HCM domain, in any of the software, guys, you can only do these four sort of operations. You can either search the data, you can either create the data, you can correct the data, or you can delete the data. Guys, take an example of your mobile phone. In your mobile phone there is an application called contacts. If you go to the contacts, what you can do, you can search the contact for Fusion, who's your trainer. You can edit the phone number of Fusion, you can edit the email address, you can delete my contact details. Okay, only these four operations can be worked upon in any of the software across the world. So here also, guys, as a fusion consultant, okay, it is good that okay, we should be aware what are the different screen, how to search, how to create, how to correct, and how to delete, because this is a global standard application. Even for one business object, for one transaction also, if you are able to understand how the screen has been designed, how to search, how to edit, how to delete, and how to create, then you will be having a good understanding about those particular aspects. Okay, the benefit that why we are going to cover this, because once you are a technical consultant, suppose you are working on to extract the data, you are building a report. So report is going to get you the data, extract the data from the fusion. So if you know the front end screen, the data that is the report is generating, you can go to the front end screen, search for that data, and validate the data that okay, whatever the data which is visible into the UI, that is only extracted into your report, so that you will be 100% sure that okay, the data that you have extracted, that is correct only. Clear? Fine. Addition to that, guys, as we said that okay, every software is something, anything into any of the software that you are going to do, that is something to acquire data, to play around with the data, to manage the data. And once you manage the data, to play around the data, to structure the data into a well formatted format, then that data will become information. So guys, we will be understanding what is data, what is information, what are the different sort of data types, how the data can be saved, whether it's a CSV format, okay, whether it's an XML file, it's an JSON file, what sort of the data can be either saved into file formats, like file, what kind of file, guys? CSV file, text file, PDF file, Excel file, XML file, JSON file. Either you will save some data into files, or otherwise you will be saving the data into some databases. If the data is into the databases, what you can do, guys, max to max, you will either select the data, you will insert new data into the database table, you will be updating a data, or you will be deleting the data. So all these things we will be discussing and working upon. And guys, to work upon into the database, what you are supposed to do, you are just supposed to do to write an SQL query. So yes, in the entire course of this particular training, the only technicality that you need to learn or you should need to be aware of, that is SQL, and all that we are going to cover as part of this particular course curriculum. Okay, it is part of our prerequisites we will be covering. If you know, that is good enough. If you don't know, then that is not a showstopper. We are going to cover everything from scratch. Okay. Then guys, as part of this particular training program, we will be covering very important aspects from the functional aspect, that is the security. How the security of this application, somebody who has purchased this particular software, like suppose TCS has purchased this particular software to manage their resources from Oracle. So this software can be accessible only by TCS or anybody into the world, only by TCS. In TCS, by a specific department, in that department, a specific user will be having specific roles and responsibility to work upon onto certain functionality only. It's not that okay if TCS has purchased this software, any employee of the TCS will log in into this software and perform any sort of work. No. So how that is being controlled? That is being controlled by the capability of a security console. So in the security console, guys, what we are going to learn, we will be learning what do you understand by authentication, what do you understand by authorization, what is role-based access control. We will be learning about managing the user. Okay, how to search the user, create the users, resetting the password for the user, adding or removing the role, comparing to users. We will be checking like in case somebody is trying to access the software multiple times and admin has set some sort of properties that if user has been able to access and they are putting password three times wrong password, the account will be get logged. So as an admin, you will come and go to the software, go to the navigation, go to the user management, and you can unlock the user. Same way, guys, we will be learning what is roles, different kind of roles available, how to search role, copy role, compare role, how to create a new role, how to simulate the role. All these things we will be learning as part of this particular training program. In addition to that, guys, as you know, nowadays no one is just going into any software and login in. Everyone will log in into their devices, company devices, and all their team's password, all their email password, their software password, everything is single sign-on. So how the single sign-on will be configured, that we will be looking into. Any administrative work that we will be looking into. Any sort of licensing and certifications where we are going to define those things. All those aspects we will be learning as part of security console. Okay, guys, in the first week of this particular training program, we will be covering the functional aspects, making you familiar and understand almost 30 new concepts, 30 new tools, small sort of utilities and all. So you will be having a fair understanding and 20 to 30 new things that you will be learning, you will be practicing, you will be updating those things into your CV. From the first day of the enrollment, you will be getting a bucket of that particular documents, PPTs, notes, okay, sample CVs. So you will be looking into those sample CVs by the first weekend, and whatever the topics that we have covered, you need to highlight all those points from those sample CVs, and you need to correlate those things what you have learned, what you have understood, what you have been able to practice, and what you can correlate and put it across that okay, these are the work that you're doing into the real time of projects. That's how you will keep adding into your CV, and by end of 1 month you will be having your CV ready, adding different topics and their capabilities. So after 1 month you can start initiating your mock interviews. You share your CV with our team and they will conduct the mock interviews based on your sample CVs that you have prepared upon. Okay, clear everyone?
Yeah, thank you for this
Now
session.
guys,
This is a very good and important. Yeah.
then, guys, we will be learning about the customization and personalization. What do you understand by customization and personalization? Guys, if you are from the EBS background, you know that okay, we can customize the screens, look and feel. So, guys, this software is predefined provided software. Like suppose I give you this particular PPT. This is my PPT. Okay, I handed over this PPT to you. The look and feel of this PPT is something like this, but you want to change the look and feel. You don't want this to be yellow in color, you want red in color. Okay, you don't want the phone number to be displayed here, you want to display the phone number at the top. That sort of changing the look and feel, changing some sort of customization. For that, guys, Oracle Fusion does not offer very advanced sort of technologies that we have the full control, full capability in EBS. No, only limited sort of things are provided. And for each work that you are going to customize and personalize, there has been different sort of tools provided. We will be learning out to all these particular tools. Each of these tools has a different meaning. Like suppose you just need to change the label of the text, you need to use this tool. In case you need to change the look and feel, color, background, font, size, you will use this tool. In case you need to add some sort of custom pages, you will be using this tool. In case there is some form that you are accessing, and in that particular form there are certain fields, you want to make certain fields mandatory, you will use this tool. In case you want to hide certain fields, you will use this tool. Okay. And guys, this Oracle Fusion is the software which has been built, which is having some sort of form, some sort of pages to open. These pages are made of three technologies. One is OF, other is ADF, and the third one is VBCS. We will be learning all these technologies. We are not learning, but how to classify different kind of pages. Initially, once Fusion will come into picture, Oracle has used this technology and they call those pages as classic page. These pages are now obsolete. No pages are available. These are almost 5 years back. These pages are available. The current version of the pages that has been designed by Oracle, that is using the technology called ADF, and these are called responsive pages. Okay. And the latest version which is Oracle is pushing, if you have heard the keyword called Redwood, that is pushing, that is VBCS is the technology through which we are designing the page. As part of this particular course curriculum, initially VBCS is not in our course, but we are covering and conducting VBCS also. We are designing and building our custom pages, search page, insert page, update page, delete page, everything we will be building, so that you will be getting a fair understanding how Oracle might have designed those sort of pages. Okay. So this is also one of the important aspect. These sort of topics that we are going to cover into the first week, these are the kind of delighters. Okay. These will help you, and that things will make you distinct from others. If 100 people are applying for the job for a technical consultant, they may be only knowing the technical tools, they may be only working onto the creating a report, extracting the data, loading the data. But in addition to that, we are covering these topics that will help you to stand out among others. Okay. In addition to that, guys, there has been certain sort of utilities provided by Oracle. There are almost 7 to 8 different utilities which might not be having a direct usage. You will never be going to go and use any sort of these small tools to do some work. Okay. But being as a technical consultant, once you're building the report, once you're extracting the data, once you're loading the data, you may be using, or those tools that the actual technical tools, once we are working upon internally, they may be using these utilities. So it is good to understand all these utilities, so we will be covering these utilities in detail. Okay. In addition to that, guys, there are certain softwares that we are going to provide. We are going to provide you the cloud access for the Fusion. We will be providing you the OIC application access. We will be providing you the ADFDI plugin, FTP server, ATP database. All we are going to provide, and you will be using those particular software and practicing these things as and when necessary. We are covering these particular topics. In addition to that, guys, there are certain things that you need to download. You need to have a good internet connection, you need to have a one browser. Notepad++ is the software that you should be using. SOAP UI, Postman, MS Excel, Word, and BI Publisher Client. This software you need to search, Google it, create an account into Oracle, and you will be getting this particular software download. Okay. All these are freeware software, you can Google and download these particular softwares. Okay. In addition to that, guys, we will be roughly touching onto these aspects also. Okay. These are not something that as a technical consultant you having an access, but look up, we will be covering into OIC. Certain things we will be covering, certain things which are important, we will be discussing about these aspects also. Okay. So covering these particular topics in next 1 week of the time, you will be having good understanding about the software, the purpose, the work, the job profile. Okay. And you will be having these capabilities to use these particular almost 20 new tools and techniques to work upon that will give you ample amount of opportunities as well as ample amount of confidence also into the fusion things. Okay. Next, guys, we will be actually working into Fusion Technical. This is our main work. As a Fusion Technical consultant, we have three main activities. Either we are supposed to extract the data and build the report, either we will be getting the data from the client and we are supposed to bulk load the data, and we will be working onto the web services. So for these things also, guys, we have different sort of softwares or capabilities, certain tools which we are going to learn which are common in nature. It doesn't matter whether you are a fusion technical financial consultant, supply chain consultant, or a HCM consultant. Once you learn these particular tools, you will be able to practice those particular things, utilize those particular skills, and offer solutions to your customer into financial domain, supply chain domain, and human capital domain. Okay. In addition to that, there are certain tools which are specific to the HCM module only. Guys, in this particular course curriculum, anything that is starting with HCM, anything which is starting mostly with the keyword called H, H stands for human. So those tools are specific for human capital management. This particular training program does not bifurcate or discriminate between financial, supply chain, or HCM. This is a complete Oracle Fusion technical training program. Okay, that covers every tool, every technique, every practical demonstration. Everything is a real time sort of training that we are going to conduct. Every word, every keyword is a interview question. This is not a .NET training. This is not an SQL training. This is not a Java training. This is not a developers training. This is a consulting training. Consultant is somebody to whom people will reach out seeking their help, seeking their solutioning, seeking their inputs. So you need to practice along with what you are going to learn. You have to practice a lot into this particular training program. Okay. For each of these training, guys, we have different sort of things we will be learning first initially about the navigation. Okay, we will be learning about the navigation aspect, admin task. Okay, in admin task also we have lot of things that we are going to cover. We will be in administrative work. First, we will be learning the administrative. Each tool we will be learning the administrative work, how to create, how to cut, copy, paste, hide, rename, delete, migrate, how to run. Then we will be learning the components. This technology is having these many components, how to design these components. Okay, each component may be having certain other properties. Everything bit by bit detail we will be covering. Okay, same way other technologies that we are going to cover, BIP, OTBI, what is the benefit of BIP, what is the benefit of OTBI, in which circumstances you will be going with this technology, or in which situation you will be opting to design a solution with this technology. All that we will be covering as part of this particular training program. Same way, data loading techniques, certain techniques which are specific for the HCM module, certain techniques which are specific for the supply chain and financial module, certain techniques which are core. We have mentioned them as a star. These techniques are something that you must need to know and learn about. Then web services, we will be learning what kind of web services are, what are web services, what are the tools that you are going to learn, what sort of web services, soap services, what kind of soap services, what you are going to do, what sort of REST services, everything we are going to cover in practical demonstration side. Okay. And then guys, about the integration, most of you guys, what I have witnessed that interested into the OIC integration. So guys, in integration, there are three things. One is ICS, VBCS, and PCS. We will be covering ICS and we will be covering VBCS. PCS we are not going to cover as part of this particular course curriculum. In this integration, guys, everything about first we have covered into three aspects. One is the basic, understanding the components, understanding the administrative work, understanding creating a basic integration. Then intermediate level, understanding different components, what are the kind of integrations, connections, different sort of actions that we are going to learn, which will help us to make and which will serve as a building block to build the integration. All these things we will be learning. Then we will be learning the advanced aspects, that okay, how to handle the unstructured file, how to deal with the databases, exception handling, all these things. Same way guys, for VBCS also we will be covering the navigation, then we will be covering the DML operations, search page, create page, insert page, delete page, all these things we will be covering as part of this particular training program. Okay. In addition to that, guys, as a quickly we will go through with this. Okay. As we discuss, we will quickly explain you that okay, like this will give you an insight. These are sort of PPTs that we have created for different topics that will be handed over to you, and you will be getting a fair understanding from these particular PPTs when we are going to cover the session, demonstrate the session, and you will refer these particular notes in terms of handwritten notes or in terms of PPT. Guys, as we discussed what this particular training is all about and what are the prerequisites about this particular training, is that we recommend that okay, you should be having a good internet speed, you should be having a laptop to connect this particular training. Okay, I want you to be a blank student, I don't want you to have any leverage, any experience. Okay, because Fusion is not EBS, and Fusion is completely advanced sort of tool. It is so many things has been hidden, or so many things are just drag and drop. In the entire course of this training, only SQL is required. Other than SQL, nothing is required. Everything is low code, no code sort of platform where we are either setting some property, we are answering some questions, or we are just dragging and dropping, and backend everything will be conducting. Okay, guys, as we discussed that okay, why you should need to take this training, who we are, okay, who you are, what about the institute, why you will choose us, okay, what about this particular trainer, why you will be relying on Fusion to get the trained, to get trained. Okay, all these things I have already discussed. Okay, then we said that okay, what we are going to offer, we discussed that okay, we are going to give you the Fusion application access, OIC access, lifetime access for the videos, 200 plus live project components, reports, extracts, data loading, files, everything we are going to hand it over to you. Okay, mock interviews, all call assistant, internship, certification, freelancing, all these things we are going to offer, provided you are capable to avail those benefits. Okay, guys, once you get trained, you may be looking out for the opportunities. So what kind of companies that you have been hired upon? There are three kind of companies category. One is the product based company, like Fusion is an Oracle product, Oracle themselves are going to hire Oracle Fusion trained consultant. Or there may be a service based countries, service based companies like TCS, Accenture, HCL. These companies want trained professional because they have some projects going on for their end client. End client is like Emirates Airline, HDFC Bank, Reliance Industry, Adani Industry. These are the company who has purchased the product from Oracle. Okay, and they have hired TCS to implement their software, to configure the software for their requirement. So you may get placed into any of these companies. And guys, all these are big sort of MNCs. These are not small scale industries. These are the big companies only where you will be getting placed. Guys, talking about what kind of projects that you get placed into, what kind of role that you are being into, all these things we have understood and discussed in detail. In addition to that, guys, as we said that okay, there has been different work areas that a technical consultant is supposed to work upon. Technical consultant will be working on to building the report, loading the data. They may be working onto the approval management. They will be defining some custom approvals. They may be working on to customizing the look and feel. They will be building some sort of integrations. They will be automating some processes. So all these things you will be working upon, and each of these blocks may be having different tools, techniques that we are going to learn upon. Okay, guys, as a foundation, as we discussed, we will be learning about data versus information. We will be learning about accessing the application, their navigation, their security. We will be learning about what is data, what is information, different sort of tools we will be learning. We will be learning about database, tables, SQL, select query, all that we will be learning. We will be learning what is XML, what is JSON, how to design and define the XML file, JSON file. file storage operation, guys. Either we will be saving the file. So what we can do with the file, we can create the file, delete the file, copy the file, append the file. All that we are going to do with the file, all what we can do with the databases, all we will be discussing and practically seeing as part of this particular training program. Okay, guys, somebody who is not aware about the SQL, in SQL there has been lot of things, but we are not going to cover because that is not even allowed into the Fusion. In SQL, only one statement, select statement, is the only thing that is required, and everything about the select statement we will be learning as part of this particular training program. Okay. Things which are out of scope, PCS is out of scope, VBCS we are including, Apex is out of scope, FRS report, FRC report is out of scope, OCI is out of scope, FAW is out of scope. These are not the Fusion tools. These are not related to the Fusion or OIC. These are standalone application, and these tools themselves require 20 to 30 hours of training. Okay. So guys, in the navigation, what we are going to learn about, we are going to learn about what are global buttons, how to access the application, springboard and navigation, how to search the component, how to create a component, edit a component, delete a component, how to duplicate something, how to extract something. Okay, what are different sort of instances that has been provided by Oracle, all that we will be learning as part of this particular training program. Then guys, once you get an access how to search and all, so to practice we will be seeing how to search work structure, job, grade, family, positions, departments. You can search, you can create, you can update, all these things we will be showing, and you can practice those particular aspects. We will be learning about the life cycle of an employee, the how the person will be there once the person will be hired. Once the person will be hired, they may be working upon because of his performance issue, he may be terminated, or because of his performance issue, he may be promoted, he may be transferred from one place to another place. The employee may be managing themselves to add their new dependent. They got married, he will add their spouse. They want to change their personal information, their address has changed, their passport detail has changed, their driving license detail has changed, visa detail has changed. So employee will be changing all these things. So these are called business transactions. Okay, which neither a functional user will do, neither technical user will do, the business user will do. But it is good to know if you have a little understanding and hands-on understanding of the navigations and the screens. Okay. Same way guys, for supply chain module, how to create a supplier, edit a supplier, all these things you may be the functional people or the business user will be doing. And based on these things, once they create the supplier, as a technical consultant, we will be going to create a report that will list down all the suppliers which has been created by the business users. Talking about guys, as we said that okay, the main role, the main work of a technical consultant is to extract the data and to build the report. For that guys, we have different sort of technologies are available. One is BIP that we will be learning, OTBA, HCM extract, OIC, web services, and manual. All these things we will be learning as part of this particular training program. Okay, why there has been multiple technologies offered by Oracle, different tools, different techniques has their own capabilities, own limitations, own advancements, own benefits. So as a training, we are not just learning the tool, we should need to be self-sufficiently capable to determine understanding the requirement from the customer, understanding the problem statement from the customer, and determine which technology best suit to build the solution for that particular customer for that particular problem statement. So as part of this particular training program, we ensure and we assure that okay, you will be getting that sort, you will cultivate that sort of knowledge with you, that you should be able to decide whether you will build the report with this tool or with this tool or with this tool. Okay. Same way, guys, data loading techniques, as we said that, okay, there has been different tools provided. Some tools are for HCM, some tools are for financial. Okay, we will be covering all these tools in detail. Practically, we will be seeing these things. Then application security, we discussed that, okay, we will be looking into the application security, what is user role, how to define a custom role, security profile, how to compare user and roles. Okay, all these things we will be understanding. We discussed that there has been several tools and utilities, small utilities has been provided by Oracle. Each utility is having some sort of purpose. Okay, guys, like this report and analytics. If you are from the EBS background, you know that there is a you can connect with the database through SQL, PLSQL, through Toad. Okay, there is no Toad here. Everything is into the browser only. So what is that browser? Report analytics. You need to go to the backend by going to this utility. You need to design and check the workflows. There is no workflow builder tool here. Everything into the browser. You will access this utility and you can define the workflows. You want to define some program or run the program. As in EBS, we have concurrent program. Here we have scheduled processes. All the processes should be going to be run from here. Okay, like this there has been several utilities that we will be learning across. Then guys, as we discussed that, okay, to customize the application, to change the look and feel of the application, there has been several different tools has been provided. So those tools we will be learning as part of this particular training program. BIP report, guys. In BIP talking about that, okay, BIP is main subject area. Okay, what we are going to learn in BIP, we will be learning about all the components, how to define different sort of templates, how to schedule the report, what is bursting, how to burst, how to maintain the security of the reports, all the administrative tasks like cut, copy, paste, run, rename, download, delete, all these aspects we will be practically seeing and learning about this particular thing. Okay, guys, almost 200 plus of the BIP reports we have practically created, that is a real-time reports, real-time scenarios that will be handed over to you guys once you enroll into this particular training program. Okay, in OIC almost we have created 100 plus sort of integrations. All will be handed over to you. The server will be handed over to you and you should be able to correlate, see, practice, replicate those sort of integration and all those sort of real-time integration, real-time business scenarios that we will be practically demonstrating. Same way, guys, OTBI. In OTBI, also administrative tasks, layout, dashboard, how to create graphs into this. As you see that, okay, each technology has a different sort of thing. Here do you see scheduling is there, but here scheduling is not there. So if the you are using OTBI analysis report, you cannot schedule the report. Okay, so you need to understand what is the demand from the customer. Customer says, get me the data and I want to schedule the report. So in that case, you cannot go with OTBI, you will go with BIP report. So all these concepts we will be discussing in detail. Then guys, what is XML? How to design XML? Why we need XML? What are the benefits? What are the tags? What are parent tab, siblings, child tab? All these things we will be discussing in detail as part of this particular training program. JSON file, what is JSON file, why JSON file, where we need to use the JSON file, all these things we will be explaining and using. Although in the entire course of this particular training, we are never going to create any XML file, we are never going to create any JSON file, but these files may be created automatically in backend. So it is good to understand the structure and understand the terminology and the concept of these particular file systems also. Guys, in web services, we will be discussing different kind of web services, what is payload, how, what are the different operations, who's provider, who's consumer, different sort of testing tools, like all those things we will be seeing, and 50 plus live demonstration of different web services we will be checking and learning. In OIC, as we said that, okay, we will be first covering the basic admin tasks, navigation, integration type, components, advantages, different sort of versions. That only we will be covering into basic. Then going to the different sort of actions that has been provided. Every programming language will give you to declare a variable, put a log message, defining the switch parallel, if then else structure, playing around with the file system, playing around with the variables, functions, looping through the data, for loop, while loop, all these things we will be practically seeing into this. And nothing is coding, guys. Everything is drag and drop techniques. No coding being involved. Then moving to the advanced topics, different sort of adapters. As we said that, okay, integration is something to integrate between two or more application, to integrate between two or more application, to exchange the data between those two applications. And Oracle OIC has provided some sort of connectors, some sort of predefined code that will help us to connect with those sort of applications. So whatever the main technical adapters that we are supposed to do, that will serve almost 95% of the integration will be built only onto these 6 7 sort of adapters. So all these adapters, their functionalities, their business operation, their capability, all that we are going to cover practically into this particular course training. Okay, same way in VBCS, guys, we are going to cover search page, insert page, update page, delete page, different sort of actions, different sort of objects, everything we are going to practically see into this particular training program. Guys, this particular training program, whatever that we are going to teach, you will be getting a real-time videos, okay, on a daily basis. In addition to our course content and PPT has been designed, all the navigations, all the basic information that you are required to create and work upon on those technologies has been kept in these sort of PPTs. Okay, so you does not need to spend going into the videos and searching for the videos for 1 hour, 1.5 hours. You can quickly refer these particular notes. Hands-on notes will be provided to you guys along with this particular training program. Once you get enrolled into this training program, guys, from the first day of your enrollment, you will be getting a G Drive access that will give you all the capabilities, all the samples, all the templates, all the important documents, all the notes that we have created, all the PPTs for those particular thing. Everything has been provided to you guys here. Okay, this demo PPT has been also provided. If we talk about the high level course curriculum, please check our website. In that particular website, details has been provided. In addition to that, guys, we will be looking into this particular demo course tracking sheet that we will be checking on a daily basis. And here, guys, we discuss about the prerequisites, any sort of what is the different sort of roles or technicality, what software that you need to work upon, the course, the detailed course that we are going to cover, everything about that particular course bit by bit has been mentioned there. Okay, whatever the technical work that we are going to do. So, guys, as the technical work, we said that okay, the main work as a technical consultant, that is this. These are the topics that we will be learning, of course. Okay, 16 topics. Okay, but apart from these 16 topics, there are certain delighters that we are going to learn across. At least for the first week of the training, we will be covering these aspects. Okay, you see almost 51 items that we are going to cover. So each of these items, it is not mandatory that you should need to be skilled, polished, or you need to be high end with these things. But having a knowledge also it's okay, and based on your interest, you need to pick up whether you need to more focus on to working onto the customization and personalization or approval or security, something like that. Okay, guys, we are going to conduct two demos. Today's demo is only about what this particular course curriculum is all about. Okay, what we are going to offer, how this course is going to be benefited, what we are going to offer into this particular course curriculum, everything we have explained. Okay, we have no touch about anything about the software, we have no touch about the concept, nothing we have discussed about. We have just highlighted and shared what sort of PPTs, access, components that we are going to offer as part of this particular training program. Okay, in addition to that, guys, you will be getting that as we discussed that there has been different sort of tools provided by Oracle for the same work. So we have created this comparative sheet so that once we learn these different technologies and you come to this sheet, you should be able to correlate and understand and compare, because based on this comparison, once you get the requirement from the client, you will be able to figure it out which tool best suit to the requirement to do the work for the client. Guys, we will be handing over once we covering the course. For each of the topic, there has been different assignments as already kept onto this particular sheet. You can refer and practice these assignments. Okay, for BIP, OTBI, OIC, for major technologies, we have kept the assignments also. Guys, for few interview questions, lot of you might be requested for interview questions, so we will be sharing these interview questions, and from the training itself I will be answering all these things, everything I am going to touch. I request you, once we are done with that particular topic, go through these particular interview questions, try to memorize, try to correlate, try to process that particular information that you have received from me, that you have practiced, and try to mimic the answers for these questions from yourself so that your concepts will be clear. Okay. So guys, this is what I have planned for today. As I would like to inform again that okay, we have a early bird offer going on account of Christmas. There is a special offer. You will be able to get a benefit of almost 10,000 rupees, 2,000 cash discount and 10,000 rupees of server, 8,000 rupees of server access you will be getting to avail. Okay. Guys, the server access will be provided from the first day. Once you get enrolled, the WhatsApp group will be created from the first day. It may take 1 or 2 days to give you the access for your drives, to your documents, as well as to your recorded video portal. Okay. For all the access related work, all the queries, all the inputs that you require, there is an admin, dedicated admin for your batch. The details will be shared and you can reach out to admin for any sort of support. For any sort of queries, any sort of technical related questions, queries, doubt, I will be your point of contact. I will be your trainer, guide, flows for friend. I will be conducting the entire training. There is no change into the trainer for the entire course of the training. Okay, guys, you will be allowed to ask questions, ask your queries, and I will be there dedicatedly assuring you to provide the answers to your queries and doubts and queries. Okay. In addition to that, guys, we will be conducting a training on a Monday to Saturday basis. There's no hard and fast rule. The training is a self-based training also. Daily recorded videos will be provided in case due to some emergencies or some prior commitment. In case you leave 1 or 2 sessions, you can go through the recorded videos. You join 10 minutes early or you request me separately or within the training period itself. I always give time to ask questions related to that topic or related to the topic that we have covered. Okay. Again, I want to repeat, I want every one of you to get best use of this particular training. Please join with your blank mind. Don't come with your experience that, okay, you might be already working into IT, you might be already working into enterprise tools, EBS, PeopleSoft, SAP. Okay, we will be discussing about security. You will be asking how the security of the report will be accessed. I will be responsible to teach and guide you everything. Do not come up with those ideas. You will be asking for that, okay, how the migration is going to do. We are at the level 5. You are asking for level 10. Everything will be covered for each topic. Once I say that, okay, now the BIP report is done. If you have any doubts that is related to, not related to, in context, out of context, you want to discuss about the comparison of this particular topic with any other technologies, we can discuss and we will be able to address those queries also. Okay. Now, guys, one very important information. Our admin has shared you the URL, registration URL. Request everyone to go through this particular form and fill up your details. This is very important because based on this particular form that you're going to fill in, admin will be creating a WhatsApp group and contacting and creating your user credentials for the Fusion access. Secondly, guys, this early bird offer is only for today. Please contact the admin. There is a payment link also shared. Please make the payment. In case you face any difficulty, reach out to admin and get yourself enrolled. Please enroll today only. Do not come back that, okay, let's extend for 1 more day or 2 more day. It is not going to extend. Okay. Now, guys, over to you. Aman, you have any queries? Please raise your questions and I will be able to address those queries. Yes, Aman.
So yeah, hi. So my question is, if the training is starting from tomorrow, 24th, it will be done by 24th of January, right?
No,
Like, I mean, how many days it is going to be?
almost 40 classes.
40 classes. Okay, okay. I just want to clarify that. Thank you.
Yes, Raj, over to you.
This is Raj.
Yes, Raj.
Oh, so you are Piyush, right?
Yes.
Hi, Piyush. Well, you covered the substance very well. Very excited to know that we're going to be covering all those things. I have just a few questions.
Yes, Raj.
Now, what is BPC?
BPC?
Yeah, which you
There,
said we are not going to cover.
PCS, I said. PCS.
Oh, PCS, PCS. Okay.
Yes. That is,
What is
we will discuss. That is not in your scope of work. See
yeah,
what has
what
happened. Okay,
what is it?
I'll explain. I'll explain.
It is a
Any
short
other?
high level.
Yes, yes. Any other questions?
Yeah, I have 5 or 6 very short questions.
Yes,
Like,
please
okay,
ask.
now JSON, for example.
Okay,
JSON we use for, say, also making policies and all those things. So basically, you were just going to show us like what is XML, what is JSON, right? Okay, that's
okay.
fine. ATP. I'm
Yes.
a Exadata DBA also, but I know that in my capacity to work as a OIC and OCI PAS admin, you need little bit of ATP. So in ATP, what all will you be covering?
So in ATP, if you are from the SQL PLSQL background, in while we are designing the OIC, OIC is going to connect with the databases. Okay, in
Hmm.
databases, whether there are certain sort of packages, procedures, SQL query, tables, whatever the things that you need to persist, the data is coming from Fusion. Client wants that okay, this data need to be put it into my custom database. Which database? Client has purchased some custom database. So in that custom database, they might have created some table to insert into that table. We will be executing some insert statement, or they have written some sort of package procedures that we are going to call into OIC.
So
To
will you cover like, let's say there's a OIC schema. You want to delete the schema or add something else or something like that.
No, 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 no. That
Okay.
is not a OIC. That is
Just
OCI
say
part.
yes, no, so that
No,
I move
no,
forward. So
no.
in ATP, you will show us how to connect to the ATP,
Yes,
how to start it, shut it down, or something like that. I don't know how it
yes.
works because I work at a very high level in Exadata.
Yes,
So
everything with the ATP to connect with the ATP. See,
hmm,
integrations are supposed to be designed to connect with two applications. So
I
let's suppose
understand.
OIC is one software.
Hmm.
OIC is going to connect with the Fusion, which is one software, and this ATP database itself is one software. So to connect OIC with Fusion and ATP, we need to
So
build the connection.
basically, you'll be just covering the connectivity part of things,
No,
not functionality part of things.
no,
Like,
no, no, no,
okay,
no. Once we
okay,
make the connection, we have to use that ATP server to do some integration work, right? The
yeah.
integration work is to put the data into ATP, update the data, delete the data, transform
like
the data.
create SSO for new people who are getting access to the ATP, something like that.
No,
SSO.
that is not our role. ATP is one database for which client has created that database and giving that database credential to the OIC consultant. We are covering ATP connecting through the OIC to insert, update, delete the data into the ATP.
Okay. So
Setting up the
what?
ATP is not our scope.
Okay. So what does SSO come under? Does it come under OIC? Oracle Integration Cloud? Who sets up the SSO?
No, it comes into the Fusion. Fusion admin will set up the SSO that we are covering.
We're covering. Okay, okay. Now, if let's say there are, we have in a company, we have several instances of the Fusion ERP, let's say, right? One is a production, one is a dev, one is a test, right? So do you go through like how to refresh them from period to period?
I will explain. I will be doing and explaining those, but that is not a technical person job. That is not a functional person job. That is not an admin job. Oracle will do that for you.
Okay,
You
okay.
just
So
need to
basically,
raise an SR.
okay, so good. Now, as far as UCM is concerned,
Yes.
do we do anything or we just do connectivity to it?
No, we do everything in UCM. Every tool that we are going to do, that
Mm-hmm.
tool, some tool may be using internally the UCM tool only. So first we will understand the UCM tool, how to access the UCM tool, how to upload, how to search the file, how to delete the file. Then these UCMs may be utilized by the web services. We will be having a complete session onto the UCM web services, because while building the integrations, we have to place the file for some sort of repository where you can place. Oracle
Okay,
only giving you some repository called UCM. So we will be
okay,
covering all these things in detail.
okay. So now OIC server, you said you give it for 2 months to us.
That is more
I
than enough.
Is that more than enough? Like I thought
Yes,
you mentioned sometime in some previous course that you'll give it for 6 months or something.
6 month is the Fusion server.
A Fusion server.
Okay. OIC server is 2 months, and that is the reason OIC server is a highly paid instance. We are not going to give OIC server immediately. Once we are starting the OIC, then only we will be going to give the OIC.
For
Okay?
2 months.
Yes.
So we'll be able to cover everything.
Yes,
Now, one more
everything you will be
question.
able to cover.
Now, there used to be something
Last
called
question.
Oracle Integration Cloud Service used to be in OCI. Now, if this OIC Fusion is the same as OCI, OIC?
I will explain them. This is not a showstopper. Once we are going to cover, we will be covering in detail, but I will answer this also in a short. Your questions are done?
Yeah, one more question.
I
So,
Just a
one
second. Just a second. Last question, Raj.
last question. The Google Drive, you have so many things over there. Like, how do we use it? Like, everything we click on, it says download. So, are we supposed to download all those things into a database and then work on it?
Which database?
I mean, in our say computers, PCs.
So that is people ask for to download, right? You have all the materials. Keep a copy in your machine, right? You can
Okay.
download it.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Okay. Thanks, Raj. Over to you,
Yeah.
Aman. Very quick question.
uh, Piyush, this is Gaurav.
Yes,
I
Gaurav.
have one question. First of all, thank you so much for this. I actually taking a training from Kumar Sarona SEM part.
Okay.
I nowadays I'm really cracking the interviews. But nowadays, while I'm going for some senior role, I'm a success factor consultant actually, and now I'm trying to add this as in one more skill to the feather. So basically, this is great to learn more OTI and other technical aspect of Oracle thing as well. But I have only two questions, very quick question. Do you really think that I should have a background of a SQL? Actually, I do not have a basic understanding of SQL as well. But
We
when
are
you
going
said
to
like
cover everything. We are going to
you
cover
will
everything.
Okay. Second thing is like generally when I nowadays when I'm giving an interview, they are asking for moreover that are you working as a functional or a technical? I seen that moreover in a market there are functional opportunities much as compared to technical. So I would say definitely I this is my personal instinct that I have to learn this. Definitely I'm going to join. There is no second thought on that. But what sort of a roles as you shown that what of role, so what actually is it really
I
required
understand
to
your
have
query. I understand your query. There is no bifurcation. People, some will say functional, technical. If you know techno-functional, it's like the knowledge. If you have multiple tools, multiple knowledge, multiple things, you will sell
yeah,
yourself better. Simple.
yes
Okay.
yes yes yes
There is
yes
very
yes
thin line into this particular fusion because there is a technology has involved in such a way. The technical people is we are not going to build the tool. We are not going to write the code. Is the tool already there as a technical consultant? We will be learning that tool to the benefit to the functional people or to the business users. Okay. If they are little smart people, they can also learn and use those things, killing your jobs. So we don't want to
yes.
expose these things, keeping ourselves
last
safe.
question last question is like nowadays as Oracle AI is also getting a lot of things automated done from a OCI
That is
perspective because I was are we going to cover certain that aspect in this training that what exactly the AI
Gaurav,
prospect
Gaurav, that is not covered. Please go through the training
okay
curriculum. Okay, everything has been in detail has mentioned. There is no limit onto the
okay
kind of things that Oracle has offered. Oracle is an ocean of technology. Everything we can not cover. Okay. This training
okay
program has been designed as a fusion technical consultant. In addition to that, for the market demand, we added OIC. In addition to that, now we have added BCS also. Okay.
okay
Piyush,
okay
can I answer one of his questions, the previous gentleman who was talking?
Yes, please tell me.
So, what was the name? So they can address him?
Gaurav, tell
Gaurav.
me.
got
So, so Gaurav, there is a small 3 hours small training available on free training available on Oracle, which you can learn. Now, as
For
far as
SQL,
SQL, there's another. I mean, firstly, Piyush will be, giving you enough background on SQL. You don't have to know SQL. Now, coming back to your first question, that you want to not go in as a techno-functional, small foot soldier. You want to go in as a, say, program manager or project manager, or say, depending upon your background, right? the more ground you cover here, for example, if you go through the whole fusion,
Fine, Raj, just for
yeah,
everyone's availability, I
yeah,
understand.
yeah, yeah,
So, Gaurav,
it'll be good enough for you.
Raj is trying to say the more you know, people will not be able to fool. If you are at the bigger role, you understand, okay, what technology, how much time it will take, what many component is required. Okay, so
Okay,
you
Right.
will
I
be
think
having good picture. Thanks,
I
Gaurav.
got it.
Thanks, Raj. Somik, tell me what is your query? Somik, quickly, please ask me your query.
Yes, Piyush. So I might not be joining this course tomorrow. I'm going to join from because there is a course session which is happening next month also, right? 20th Jan. Uh, one of your admin confirmed me
No,
that over.
no issues. You please connect with the admin, okay, and then take it
Okay,
forward. No worries. Okay.
okay. Thank you.
So
Yeah,
just
hi,
answering
Piyush.
to yes,
Piyush, good one. This is Mukesh. So you
yes,
said
Mukesh.
course duration is 40 hours, right? So out of 40 hours, what is the duration for OIC
No,
specifically?
no need to answer these sort of things. You should need to trust me. I didn't set
Mm.
40 hours, I said 40 classes. Okay.
Okay,
Session will be almost 1 over 15 minutes, 1 over 20 minutes. Okay. Almost 50 plus
okay,
hours of contents. You just trust me, everything will be covered. If I'm saying covered, I'm claiming that, okay, you will never get an OIC training anywhere else like this. Everything hands on, everything practical, everything we will be discussing.
okay, got it.
Okay. One last thing that I would like to say, guys, do not come back to me. Do we have any real time? Any real time? Everything that I am going to say from my word is a real time work only. It is a consulting work. Consulting will differ person to person, client to client, uses to uses, requirement to requirement. You have to learn a lot, think a lot, discuss a lot, talk a lot, and you need to articulate a lot to your consultant, to your business users. Okay, it is not something that, okay, it's a Java program, we will learning the Java and I will make you that, okay, let's make a hotel management system. No, we are here to learn the concept. Now that concept, with your knowledge, with your background, if you know creating any of the report will remain same only. The technique will change. If you are from the EBS background working into the HCM module, you are working into a employee termination report that will list down the employee personal details and the last working day of the employee. That same report, these business users are also looking for. Okay. If you are the financial consultant in EBS or PeopleSoft or SAP, you may be having a trial balance report that will list down the balances of all the ledgers as on effective period closer date. Same reports here also you need to work upon. So if you understand the technology, you need to articulate your previous experience that, okay, these are the reports that you have worked upon. Okay. Clear, everyone?
Amazing, Piyush. I think
Fine.
this is
Thanks,
great.
Raj. We will discuss and answer your queries tomorrow. Okay. I understood. Make a note of OCI and OIC. Okay. That we will discuss tomorrow and we will address and explain you what is PCS. Okay.
Thank you very much. I am pretty impressed, and I believe what you're saying.
Okay. And let's connect tomorrow and take things forward. Guys, please, I am again repeating, do not request us that, okay, I got delayed, I got dismissed or something. In case you like the session, if you trust us, please connect with admin and enroll yourself today. You will be getting 2 months extra access and 2000 of cash discount also. Okay. Thank
Piyush,
you, everyone.
you want me to add something here for in your favor?
Yes, please.
Whoever is listening, whoever is attending today, don't think twice. I have been chasing this course for the last 2, 3 months. I landed up in the HCM functional, and they were very
I
kind enough to
I
move
vouch
me
out,
over
I
here.
vouch out because the way I got conduct for Kumar sir training, and I
Uh,
really found have a belief that this training going to be addition feather. I think this must
exactly.
be joined.
Yes.
Guys, the
But
only
I'm
thing that I would like to say, see, our objective is not to get participants joining. That is not our objective. We want consultants to join in, get us trained, get them polished, and we will be getting you, helping you support. We want business to be generated from you, and we want business to be generated from ourselves. Somebody may be in US, somebody somewhere you may be leveraging some of our trained consultant, you may be passing on some work. It's a mutual long-term sort of relationship that we will be building upon. Okay.
so if you're working on Mr. Kumar's, it's a very good course. I have been following it, and this is there are two different timings, and you can follow both of them. And I tell you one thing, that there's so much of demand coming out that there are not many enough people on the ground, because
One last thing,
yeah.
I will say, guys, I'm not a easy to go guy. Okay, I'm not going to please you in this particular training program. I will be tough sometime. Okay, that toughness is for your benefit. You follow, good enough. You don't follow, it's up to you. I will not be assigning much of the things. I will be handing over everything to you. You are not a kid. You are a working professional. You know your journey. You have to practice a lot. Okay. Those who has attended the functional training, functional thing is a cakewalk. Technical is even more simpler. But if you come with a predefined notion that okay, how is this going to happen, that is going to happen, if you're especially the people from the EBS background, please leave everything about your EBS out. Okay, come with fresh mind to attend this particular training. Okay, guys, sometime I will be very fast teaching. Okay, in case you find anything, any feedback, anything, please share with me. Raise your hand and ask me to repeat. Raise your hand to slow down. Okay, because certain things are very simple. I will cover everything, but I will be fast in speaking sometime. Okay, please stop me or pause me for that time being. Fine. Thank you, everyone. We
Thank you,
will.
Piyush.
Okay.
Hi, PS. Just one very quick question related
Yes,
to
Raja.
related to VBS. VBS is also part of this course.
Yes, we are covering VBCS also.
Great, thank you.
Guys, for VBCS, there has been a separate training for almost 25 to 30 hours. Okay, VBCS is a very vast subject. VBCS is requiring a special sort of skill set. VBCS cannot be integrated and being clubbed with the Fusion Technical and OIC, but we somehow club. Please do not keep a very high expectation with VBCS. After covering this VBCS, you can claim that okay, 50, 60, 70% you know. Okay, because VBCS itself is a 30, 40 hours of the course. Okay.
Okay, yeah, got it.
Fine. Thank you, everyone. Let's connect tomorrow and take things forward. Please join 5 minutes early. Okay. I don't want to waste 5, 6 minutes waiting for every participants to join in. Okay. Thank you, everyone.
Yeah, thank you, Piyush.
Thank you, Piyush. Bye.